is William Tincup and Ryan Leary, and we are, where are we?
We're in Charlotte at the isolved Connect, and we're live today.
This is crazy.
Although when they hear it, it'll be recorded.
Yeah. But when we say live, we mean recorded.
Yeah. They get it.
What it is. And if they don't, it's kind of a litmus test.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they shouldn't be listening to the podcast.
We can't fix
stupidity.
stupidity.
Can't coach. Patty, would you do us a favor and introduce yourself?
Yep, absolutely. My name is Patty Kallman. I am the Director of Professional Development at Kallman Worldwide, which is a fancy way of saying I help people do their job better.
And you come from a non-traditional HR background.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Very non-traditional. My background is actually in education.
Okay.
Spent 16 years in the classroom teaching 8th grade through 12th grade.
Bless you.
Loved 8th grade. Very fun. Very similar to the workplace environment.
You didn't like 12th grade. Went downhill from there.
Oh, no, 8th grade and 12th grade, my two faves. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're focused on the future and, you know, what do we have up ahead? What do we have coming up?
8th grade's looking at high school.
Yep. 12th grade's looking at college, looking at workplace after that. So really.
In between?
Not as much.
Pass.
Hard pass.
Nope. Yeah. When you've got a kid turning in an assignment written on the back of a pizza box and you're just like, nope. Yeah.
I give that.
Clever. It's clever, right?
I give that points right
of
there.
course. Yeah. It's problem solving. So I've got my PhD in education, focused on teacher ed, and did some instructional coaching and found myself, I enjoyed what I did, but the family business called. And so when Dad says, hey, I need some help, and I've got a whole bunch of new employees, I got a lot of new managers, and my life had been giving feedback and supporting people and helping them grow. So it was a natural transition from that space.
Is it a PhD or EED?
A PhD.
Oh, yeah, they're different.
Oh, my advisor will tell you. You're getting a PhD. You think you can get away with that? Nope, you're gonna work harder.
Yeah, that's correct. Because my brother, Joel, has a EED.
Okay, it's still work. It's still work.
It still work, but it isn't the same work.
Correct. Yeah,
that's correct.
It's a little different.
Well, he's a coach, so
in HR, we're seeing a whole lot of change. A lot of, what do you want to call it, like burnout, things like that. What are you seeing now? What are you seeing the trend? What's the trend line for you?
So in our industry, it's interesting because we do international trade shows, and so
when you say that, you're talking about the setup?
So we do the setup. We do a lot of B2B. If you're at a show and you see the U.S. Pavilion, if it's an aerospace show, it's probably us. We work with the embassy. We work with the State Department. We work with all these different partnerships to try to promote U.S. exports and U.S. business is our bread and butter. And so we had 50 employees pre-COVID. Then we got down to 9, and now we're back up, and right now we're at around 57 employees. And so for us, we're growing, and that's exciting. But then there's also a lot of challenges. And funny enough, my dissertation is on student engagement and dropout warning signs.
Oh,
so,
what are the warning signs?
Well, yeah. So the warnings. I mean, it is a lot of disengagement. It's people who aren't showing up. Who we're in a hybrid work environment, and Tuesday, Wednesday, you're in the office, you're participating, you're engaged, you're involved, and started looking. I'm a data nerd, so I started looking at when are people calling in sick. And they're calling in sick on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And okay, so what's happening there, and where are they at, and what's keeping them from being excited about what they're doing, and can we offer that? And if we can't, like being honest with ourselves too, like it's okay, like this might not be the environment for everyone, and being okay with that has been a challenge, because a lot of times we're like, well, we could have pizza, or we could do this, we could do that, and you're just kind of throwing spaghetti at a wall.
You can bring a foosball table in.
Sure. Beanbag chairs.
That was,
Yeah, exactly.
That was the definition of culture pre-COVID.
That was 10 years ago.
It was the office. What was in the office or after the office, going out and doing things with coworkers and whatnot. Like that was culture, or what people defined as culture. When we got into the first part of COVID, a lot of CEOs are like, well, I don't know what culture is. So
yeah,
you said something interesting about feedback. and of course you're an expert in this. So what's the difference between an 8th grader and a 40-year-old employee?
Well, you can't call their parents. That's one of the big ones.
That's a good one.
Well, I mean, it's autonomy, right? They are not a captive audience. Like, they can make the choice to up and go. And so for us, it's important for us to have a strong relationship with our employees, to get them to be honest with us. So if they are struggling with something, they're not struggling in silence. They're reaching out. Getting managers to learn how to support their team and provide better feedback has been a huge push for us.
Teaching them essentially what feedback is and how to deliver it.
Like exactly, how to receive it and how managers can get feedback too. That's a big challenge, because a lot of people are scared. And so trying to create that environment of like, it's okay, like you're not going to get in trouble.
No,
right? This is,
I'd rather know. I'd rather know.
Exactly.
I'd rather know. I used to do this bit with business partners about every year or so. I'd ask them, what am I doing that's making you angry or frustrating you?
You never asked me that.
No. I haven't asked Ryan.
Basically, I know I take his lozenges.
But it's one of the it's one of those deals. It's like, I know I'm a frustrating person for a lot of people, so I understand I'm doing something that's frustrating. I don't know what that is. Mm-hmm. And every time I've done it, I've always learned something.
Yeah. Yeah. I
would have never known had I not asked for permission or given him consent to then just, it's okay. We're friends. Let it go.
Yeah. Creating a culture of feedback and knowing that it's safe and okay. I would do it with my students too. And it's hard when we have 57 people, but things that are anonymous aren't actually anonymous.
Yeah,
you can pretend.
That's absolutely Teddy.
And for sure.
So with 57 people, are you at the point now where you can't do one-on-ones, or do you still do one-on-ones with employees?
We do a lot of one-on-ones. Yeah. One of the big challenges too is being more proactive versus reactive, which is kind of where we're at right now. Hopefully that's not, we're not alone. We're not alone in that.
No, you're not. Absolutely, you're not alone with that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, I wouldn't say struggling. It's a kind of an evolution. And again, we just went through something really traumatic. And so everybody's learning at the same time. They're learning at their own pace with their employees, the executives. And again, giving consent and permission, making a safe environment, making sure that there's not going to be retribution.
Yeah.
I think that's like, I was an advisor for an anonymous feedback tool. And I learned a lot about it in the process. Anonymous feedback is great because you're going to get everything. Mm-hmm. But you don't know, now you can't discern what's real and what's not real. But tethered to a profile, you're going to get that. No, everything's good. Everything's great. We're doing well. Don't change anything. It's like,
yeah.
So it's a balance between those two. But I think creating a safe environment where they feel like they can actually say, hey, can we change this? Have we ever thought about, I need to drop my daughter off and I need to do this. I'll work later, or I'll do work on Saturday, whatever. Can we change this?
Absolutely. And that really lies into the importance of trust going on both ends. We'll have people someone will come in and say, oh, such and such is happening. Well, what's the problem there? The problem is that if you don't trust someone that they're going to do that, then you've got to just tell them. Yeah, you got to build out on all fronts.
It's a great point.
This is a question that's kind of you mentioned trust, and something I always think about. Is trust harder to build in a smaller company or a larger company? And not just because of the sheer amount of people, but I'm curious. Do you find it easier to build trust among 57 people than you think it might be for a 2,000 person company?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I think within larger organizations, you certainly have smaller pockets and pods and teams where, you've got that cohesion there.
I think it's span of control.
Yeah.
Jack Welch would basically say span of control. You got 7-10 people. Mm-hmm. You're really trying to understand and do one-on-ones with them every week. Now, and then they have
their one-on-ones.
Right. And again, that can spread out. You can have 2,000 employees.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily doing 2,000 one-on-ones.
No, of course not. Yeah.
So you're building trust through those ripples.
Yeah.
That cascade across the organization, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. And the other thing we're working on, we have an executive committee and we have one voice here, and we're trying to amplify that through our managers. So,
cool.
Meeting with our managers, making sure everyone's on board. We all get it. Do we have questions?
It's a watershed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because that also gets back to business direction or initiatives or goals or any of that type of stuff. Someone's got to come up with, multiple people have to come up with, we're going in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually what the military is really great at. It's called clear intent. And so we're taking that hill. Everyone knows, doesn't matter. You're all the way down, all the way up. We're taking that hill.
Yeah.
That's what's called clear intent. So they've communicated, everyone understands the mission, and they know that. In corporate America, it gets disjointed because it doesn't flow.
Right.
And then people then kind of question, well, are we taking the hill or we're not taking the hill? I don't understand.
Fine.
Why are we taking the hill?
Yeah. Funny enough, my dad is a former Air Force, so
there
maybe
you
that
go.
has something to do with it.
Yeah. Well, that's actually why the South lost the Civil War. Because Robert E. Lee, when he was at Gettysburg, didn't inform his generals why to take the hill.
Yeah. Because right over the hill
is the Union. But the Union was disorganized and they'd been kicking their ass the whole summer. So literally, he's 40 miles from D.C.
Mm-hmm.
All he has to do is get over that hill, but he didn't communicate the importance of why that hill mattered. So the generals they weren't really bought into it. They're just sending people up the hill
to die.
Yeah. They didn't understand. So they weren't bought in. So to your point, they didn't understand the importance of what the goal meant. And so when you're working with your managers, you're explaining the bits, but you're also explaining behind the scenes, like, okay, here's why this is important. Here's why this is important to you. Here's how you're important to this goal, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And how can we make it better? And I think, too, the trust, right? So if you get a team that trusts you and you've got effective communication, forgot my last point, my thesis statement, the third paragraph.
So I do that on purpose with people, is I'll go, listen, there's 4 points. Okay, 1, B, Roman numeral 3.
Small a.
See, intended. Yeah. I'll just do that.
Engagement. There was my last
one. There you
one.
go.
Yeah.
See, I knew if I just talked long enough, it'd come together.
All right. Question. I want to put a fun question out there. What is the most HR thing that you've done outside of work?
Oh, nice.
So it's a weird question because
just kind of greatness comes to me sometimes.
Yeah. So it's a hard one for me to answer because for me,
she's like 90% of my life.
Well, I'm a teacher, right? So I'm a teacher, and I'm like, I guess it would be teaching would have been.
You find yourself teaching waiters and waitresses? No, to do it this way. For the love of.
And it's really hard when you see things outside of your space where you're like, oof, I just want to tell you this thing, and it's going to be so helpful. Just trust me.
A little touch of OCD? No?
Oh, I hope not. But undiagnosed, if so.
Yeah. Okay. If you start rearranging the lozenges, we'll be good.
Okay. That's why my hands are folded.
100%. That's why mine are. Like, I know better. They're not together. So the people heroes question.
Yeah, people heroes.
All right. So finish this sentence. Complete this sentence.
There's a blank in the sentence.
Being a people hero means question mark.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be just one word, right? To be
No.
I would hope not.
Yeah. It could be 3 sentences, 4 sentences.
Being a people hero would be...
My dissertation is actually...
How much time do you have?
Well, for me, it's about creating an environment where people can be their best. It's very it's not about me, it's about them. So everyone that I meet with, I am their cheerleader, I am their coach, I am their, what do you need from me?
I love
can be your reminder, I can be your I gave someone a mug that says like, you can do it. So when I'm not here, just look at your mug and like, yeah, exactly.
See, I would have given him, I said, you can do it. So I'm going on vacation.
Yeah, you can do it. Stop asking me questions.
Yes, I know.
But it's also what I love about it helps them be the best version of them. So they're happier because they're more fulfilled at work because they're not doing stuff they don't understand, like that, all that stuff. And I think of it, the best version of you and thriving in very similar ways, like where you thrive, how you thrive. Like my job is just to enable you thriving. And that's similar. It's not the same, but it's similar. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Thanks. I'll take it.
And we're out.
We're good.